Forex market, like I said, won't boo you.
This is Victor, and Victor is a forex trader. He's the founder of Forex Mahadum. I've known Victor for a while now, and I was curious to know few things about his forex journey and his Christian journey as well.
I was telling my boss, okay, if I take a pep from here to this place, they were all laughing. They're like, okay. Okay, I'm actually the second born of the family of 6, but I'm actually the first son, and I was born in Lagos State. Yeah, Lagos State, Ayobo to be precise. I stayed there for close to like 15 to 16 years. No, let's say 19 years roughly, because from 19, that was when I started going to places. Like I stayed 3 years with my reverend father, because then I was contemplating to be a priest. So I stayed 3 years there. But the reason why I didn't was because I came to realize that, okay, it's actually my choice, my decision. Do I really want to become this priest of a thing? Do you really? I said no, because the dream I was pursuing then I was still much into forex. I just started learning forex trading. So I said, no, 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 no. Being a priest would not actually give me the freedom I need. I am someone that loves being free. I love being free. And no matter what it is, I just love being free. I sold egg alongside my mom's provision store. Then after that, I actually, you know, my friends, I have a group of friends, so it's actually called it like mind groups. So yeah, like mind groups, that's the name of the group. Like comprised of 4 friends. You understand? We were 5 initially, but at the end of the day, we were just 4. And what we did was we donated money together, contributed money together, created this popcorn machine. When popcorn was still lucrative, you understand? So we created the popcorn machine. So we started selling it in the church after mass, selling it in the particular someone's shop. So that was the 2 business I did offline.
Like, did your Christian hook come from here or before? Like, let's say when you were born, or when did you decide to follow?
All right. That was 2012. But when it actually started was 2012 August. And that was when I finished my WAEC, and I bought my first Bible. It was in a camp in Agbara, in a Apostolic Faith Church. This is their camping program. I normally follow my mom there. No, Ogun State. I normally follow my mom to, sell provisions during their camping. So it was in that camp that, everywhere was just bored. It was boring, and I just have to, I got my first Bible, started reading the Bible. I went through Ecclesiastes, Sirach, Psalm, Proverb, those books. So those are the 5 important books I read, and that was when I actually, started following Christ, like as a Christian, like the conviction I needed. It was on that particular month, August 2012. Firstly, forex is a long-term game. Majority of people quit or become frustrated or depressed when they think short-term. Now, long-term in the sense that at the age of 61, 82, 90, as long as you are mentally okay, you can still trade. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is this. For the short term, take it. You will face all these things I just mentioned. Frustration, depression, all the ocean will happen to you. But the only thing is this, as long as your mind, it's a long-term thing. The short term, you are going to pay school fees with losses. So this is the first 2 things you need to put in your mind.
There are some people that will be like, you cannot make it without God or something like that. So what do you have to say about this?
There's one thing we need to understand. Buddhist, atheist, Christian, Islam, and whatever. That particular thing has also been like how will I put it, like a benchmark for me, or like something I used to compare Christianity. And I used to tell people, I said, look at the atheists. They don't know God according to what they say. They don't believe in God, but they are successful more than us. If you look at it, I was telling someone, I said, there's a reason why the Bible said some of us will still be poor. There will be the poor among us. There's a reason why. And there's a reason why we have Muslims or other type of religion. Because if you look at it, majority of the Christians, are being employed by other religions. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Elon Musk, Dangote, all these rich men, some of them are not Christians, but they employ majority of the Christians. So the thing is this: no matter what we want to say, we all believe in something. You understand? Keep God aside, keep Muhammad aside. We'll all believe in something. So it is that belief that we work with. Now, when it comes to success, or here on earth, when it comes to success here on earth, God is involved, but not directly involved. And I mean, he's not directly involved. I'm trying to say, he did not say Christians, you are the one that's going to have the whole money. That's why he's not directly involved. Look at what God did. God created the whole world and put in some systems that nature governs. You understand? So the principles of wealth was among it, in the sense that anybody can attain wealth as long as they pass through those principles. So even if you're an atheist, even if you're a Christian, even if you're a Muslim, even if you're a Buddhist, as long as you pass through those principles of wealth making, you are going to attain wealth. You know, I told you I didn't go to school until after 7 years. Yes. I told myself, I told God, I said, if it's not computer science, I am not studying. Like, if it's not computer science, I'm not studying. Why? Because computer science is the only thing that is related to forex trading. So I used to brag. I said, okay, CEO of my brand, forexmahadum.com, a computer science graduate of Azuka University, and a forex trader. So it's aligned. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's aligned. You understand? I know people will say that people now look at the skill, but as long as it's forex trading, I have the skill, I have the certificate, and you just have the skill. I think when we get to that point, I will be picked over you, because I have the certificate and I also have the skill you think you have. When I started, I normally go in batch, in the sense that when I put in $50, then dollar was still 156 naira or so. When I put in $50 and I lose the whole $50, I know that, man, there's still something to learn. So I go back and learn and demonstrate before coming again. You see the difference? I don't just go back to fund again another money and start trading. No, I go back again to learn. They should just forget about the social media and go in and do the work. The work is very important. Get an edge. I don't know how you want to get the edge. Either you pay a mentor. I would say you should pay a mentor. Get the edge. It's a school fees. Pay. When you pay, you learn it. When you master it, you go again. Even because you are going to fail, you go again at each failure, because you already know you've set aside a particular amount of money. So when that money finishes, you now want to go back and say, what is happening? Look for that solution. Go back in. Already, it's not going to be possible if you don't fix your mind in the long term. The money is in the long term and not the short term. The sweetest thing about trading is this: while others retire, you are getting started, because you now have the money, you now have the wisdom, you now have the emotion. You are now the master of making more. So when you put the money there, you make more money. So while others are resting, you are making more money. Forex market, like I said, will humble you. And if you really want to see money in the markets, I have seen those who made money. I've seen those who lost. I've seen those who forex has wreck. When I mean wreck, that some of them are still in prison. Some of them are running away from debt. Some of them are running away from loan sharks. Some of them are running away from people. The one thing I know that you need to have is peace of mind. You see, forex trading has a whole lot of freedom. You can be sleeping, and around 4 o'clock in the morning, someone has already made your salary times 200. You are working in the place of purpose. So in my own aspect, I am working in the place of purpose, and my own purpose is not money. I don't know if you get the point. My own purpose is not money, although money fuel the purpose, but my main focus is not the money, because I already have an avenue where that money comes in. So when your focus is money, I already make the money, then what are you pursuing again? No need to, they have to stop. So we don't blame them. That is what they are pursuing. You see someone playing football and you go to final, you carry the cup, waiting again they find. There's nothing. That's the end. I don't know if you get the point. But that is their final. But me, that is not the final. We still have bigger purpose, and the certificate is needed. for the bigger purpose. We don't even care about the results, but we need a certificate. At least we pass through. But while in school, in year one, when I came to Unizik in year one, my mind was build your brand, forget about get this money, forget about the school, you can buy the certificate and every other thing. So I so much focus on building my brand because I know then I already made an arrangement with someone who has an hub in Oka who want to start teaching forex trading in like a training. I already made such progress. Then all of a sudden I was actually called to Charismatic. Not called, I joined Charismatic because I am a very, very strong fan. I won't say a fan, lover of Charismatic, and I joined Charismatic and I was opportune to be given a post there. So that was actually what transformed everything, changed everything. And then one important day was when I looked at my first semester results. I was like, oh, nah. Victor, this is not your result. Like, you are not born with this kind of result. So that was the only thing. That was the main focus that changed everything. I looked at my result. I said, no, this is not me, because I am someone that is always coming out first, second, third. So that result, I guess, was 1 point something or so in my year one, because my year one result, I know it for 2 hours. I just enter all day. I'm serious. I did not. I mean, you can ask my roommate then. I did not. They were like, "Guy, after you follow us this school, they sleep, enter hall, write my exam, come out. I don't care." My year one result. So it was from that. Then I went for that same church. We did a convention, and one of our former computer science graduate and first class person, Rita Hoji, in computer science in Nnamdi Azikiwe. She graduated from Unizik. Also, she attended our same Charismatic. So she was giving us a talk and was like telling us that she started giving us reasons why the education, the certificate is very, very important. And that was when I keyed into it and said, okay, let me go back to this. Yeah, there was a time in school I made a loss, and then I was teaching and everybody don't go out. Now let me remain. I use pidgin for this one. Only me and I remain. Because I'm using pidgin because of the setting then. So I was like, what really happened? I just carried marker on the board. I started writing, started drawing all my mistakes, like what really happened to this trade? Where did I get it wrong and the rest? But all of a sudden, I don't understand. I just noticed, say, fake in my hand. Like this, like it in my hand with my aggression and every other thing. I was like, so when I realized myself, I was like, why am I holding this? Like, what is happening? Like, why is this with me? Do I want to harm myself or what? So I actually threw it away and I got back to my senses. And yeah, that question is very important. Balancing. See, the truth is this: there's nothing like balancing. That is the truth. You know what is balancing? Balancing is putting two things, like, when you put two things together and they are of equal weight, equal, like everything is equal. That is to non-living things. Like non-living things, you can balance those ones. But when it comes to our human life, there is nothing like balancing. What we have is you giving more attention to your most priority. You understand? So in our own time, we don't balance. We kill some to focus on one at a point. Now this is it. We have the church, we have the school, we have the forex. We have these three important things. Then these three important things actually take my whole. On Monday we meet, on Tuesday we meet, on Wednesday we might likely meet in the church. Yes, on Thursday we meet from let's say 4 to 10 or to 11 every Thursday. So on Friday you are free if you are not fixing any church church program or whatsoever. On Saturday we definitely have an activity. On Sunday we also meet. So you can see that there was a point in time I was trading. There was a time I was trading. I did not even know that I was in a trade. I forgot. When I went back home, I just slept off, and I woke up. It was a loss because I was not even giving attention to the trade. The first time I did that was the first time I took a trade. The first trade I took, I funded $35 then, and I was in the cafe. I was trading. I took Euro USD sell, and the market started buying. So I was making loss. I stood up and I was begging the market, please, please go my way, go my way. Everybody was like, what's wrong with this guy? I was like, please. That was the first time. Like, please, please go my way, please go my way. And I'm like there, God is in forex, but not the way we think it. If you like, pray from head to toe. Pray from do 25 days fasting, do 27 days fasting. You cannot forfeit the place of process. Because even the loss is part of the process.
Okay.
That's his last question, a powerful question. Besides, just it. So, without man, God will not. Then without God, man cannot. Now, you see, the reason behind forex trading, like I told you, how I started the forex trading journey from the being in the cafe and the rest. So it's aligned with my purpose. Now, the thing is, here on earth, there are different ways, different principles that attain to attaining wealth. And forex trading is one of those avenues, and that is where I find myself. Now, the thing is this, God said, your gift shall make room for you. Now, that gift to me is trading, something I actually love. You understand? Then another one, it says, "Said thou a man who is diligent in his skill, he shall stand before great men." This is the skill that I have come to love. And Christ alone was the one who directed this path. But the thing is, if peradventure he said, okay, quit this, because yes, he can actually quit it along the line, then I can definitely go for the other. But I'm very, very sure that the other one will come. But the one thing about trading is already a skill. It's part of you. You understand? So when you say quit, definitely there's something far bigger than trading. And of course, I'm going to go for that one.